you guys? It is Mary. We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are actually going to be talking about Evil Lives Here, season 13, episode 6. This is the story of Marc O'Leary, the serial rapist.
Yes.
Who has gotten a total of 327 years in prison for his crimes. His brother is telling his story, Michael O'Leary. I think this episode came up on, I don't know what channel it's on, but we watch it on Discovery Plus. It came on, I think, this past Sunday. You know, this just, one thing that the brother said that was interesting to me is that he said that Marc did not really show the signs of like a deviant criminal. Which I feel like we all know one of the two major signs is starting fires and cruelty to animals. Those are really the two major things that they say. But I feel like though that really kind of goes for like serial killers. I think what was interesting with him is that he said with his brother, it seemed like he had an addiction to porn. It was a sexual addiction that caused him to kind of do the things he was doing. So,
the brother Marc, who was the rapist, he also said that
Michael.
He equated Marc is the rapist.
Yeah, Marc is the rapist and Michael is the brother.
Right. So Marc has stated that he thinks of sex, the way he gets off
is through fear.
So it's like he can't have the sex without the fear. Which made me think, I wondered, like, I think that probably with the porn that he was doing, probably getting to know people online as well. I think that's where he got introduced, maybe. Or maybe something happened in his childhood.
Or it could have been something in the military. Because remember, he was in the military.
Exactly.
And there has been, you know, a lot of cases where people are raped in the military.
So I mean, something happened to him where his first experience of sex, there was fear. Whether from his side or from someone else's side. And I want to say that it was from his side. That he was fearful and succumb to someone raping him. And when he goes around raping these women, it's for him to kind of get his power back. But you're never going to get it back. Certainly not in that way.
I mean, because that's how it was with R. Kelly, really. I mean, it was his sister who had raped R. Kelly. And she had done it to the other brother as well. And because he wanted that control, the only way that he could actually get off is by creating like a family-like friendship where he's like the big brother or it's a little child. So it has to be through a family member and he has to be in control. And he has to inflict pain. I feel like a lot of times with these sexually deviant people who do these crimes, it usually either comes from porn, a rape, or a sexual encounter. I think it has some type of trauma
with sex. And so that's how, and he was like, he cannot even get off without that fear.
And he says actually the whole experience for him is not even about the woman. Like he actually does not even care about the woman. He's like, what gets him off is the fear. Like just,
And
so
it's sick.
It's really sick. It's sick and it's disturbing and it's effed up. He said at one time he thought that his brother was trying to help himself because he was trying to do reading a book about sleep hypnosis.
Self hypnosis. Trying to, I guess, hypnotize himself so that he does not go out and commit these monstrosity.
I'm sure he knew something was wrong with him. I'm sure he did. There's no way.
And he said so. He said, you know, I will feel bad after, but it doesn't stop me from going again.
Well, he also said that the crime, like he said, like he'll be building up all this anticipation, you know, watching people through windows and all this stuff. And then he said when he actually does the crime,
from the hunting of the person.
He said the thrill was more exciting than actually committing the crime. And he said it never was satisfactory. Which it never will be. Because it's something evil you're doing.
That he gets off on. So that's why something happened to him. He was fearful and saw this person's face of how it looked. So it's like seeing a mirror of himself. And that's why he now is doing those things. Still a monstrosity, still got to be put away, because something like that, I don't know how you rehabilitate that. I don't think he has done so many crimes. There's no way you'll ever rehabilitate that. The time of rehabilitation passes with your first crime.
Oh yeah.
So but yeah, it was just like the brother did not really know him. And even though he lived in the house, but he says now when he looks at it, he will drive wearing gloves.
Yeah.
He will come home and shower right away.
He will cut his hair really low.
He was trying not to leave DNA evidence behind.
He will use natural soaps.
Exactly.
Not scented.
So that someone doesn't remember his smell and all that. All of that stuff that you're doing is premeditation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you had a lot of chances to say no.
Yeah.
But you decided to go commit these atrocities. And at first he was in the state of Washington, right?
Yeah.
And then he moved down to Colorado. He was thinking, it was because
he had left his wife or whatever.
Right.
No, because he was committing crimes, and somebody had actually.
They were looking for him.
They were looking for him because the lady had reported the crime.
DNA and all that. Yes.
Yeah. So he was actually running away, and apparently nobody believed the woman.
The first time.
Yeah.
And no one believed her. By the time he left Washington State, because when he finally got charged in Colorado, he had committed 68 crimes.
Yeah.
In Colorado, and I think something like 38 or 39.
Yeah.
In Washington State.
And then even this idiot was talking about how, after a while, I had to lower my standards so I can get victims. What standards? Yeah. You are a sexual deviant. You are a predator. Yeah. You have no standards. No. Like, absolutely not. Just a sickie.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was so ridiculous.
That's how he has to twist it in his mind. But yeah.
You have to reach a certain standard in order to be one of my victims. What type of effed up crap is that?
Nobody wants to be part of that standard.
Oh, and the elderly weren't safe either.
I know.
He went as old, I think, at 78, or was it 68?
No, it was 68 or 69. Yeah.
Just a shame.
Yeah.
Really, just a shame.
Yeah. I think that was his first victim in Colorado. Was a 60.
I think she reported him.
And she reported him. And actually, the thing that even got him was the car.
Yeah.
One of his victims had seen him drive away with his white truck.
Yeah.
And she remembered that and reported it.
Yeah.
So they had actually been watching him and his brother for 2 months.
Yeah.
They were actually suspecting the brother also because they didn't know.
They looked exactly alike.
Yeah.
Same build and everything.
Yeah. And since he used to wear his hair long.
Yeah.
And then he started wearing like a buzz cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do believe that, he may have had that happen to him in the military where he was afraid.
Yeah.
And,
because you hear about these stories all the time about people who get raped in the military and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. That was always one of my things as to why I would never go into the military. Because, obviously, I had thought about it once because I was like, oh, they'll be able to pay for my college and all this stuff, and there's a lot of great benefits.
Yeah.
And I started hearing stories about that. I was like, yeah, no, thank you. Yeah. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, that just was really a mess. I think when it comes to, like, serial killers, I don't know what happens to them that they become serial killers. All I know is, for me personally, I feel like maybe it's just, God creates people, and I think Satan does too.
Yeah.
That's just my thing.
I think once you do that first one, it's like, the second one, I guess, becomes easier and easier and easier. That's what I think.
I think it's a behavioral thing when it comes to, like, serial killers. Because, obviously you have the cruelty of animals, right? And then the starting fires.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it comes from the family, one maybe enabling. Because it's just like that guy. Remember that the father said that?
People are just evil.
Yeah.
That I really think there are people who are just evil.
But remember that father we had talked about?
Evil. He was an enabler.
Yeah, he was an enabler.
He was an enabler.
But I don't think he had evil demons as well.
Yeah,
and
he had his own demons that he had
passed on to his child, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some people who are just evil.
Yeah.
They're just evil. And
just come out the womb evil.
They're just evil.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case with this brother. He showed one face to his brother. I mean, really, he was leaving clues, but
yeah,
hindsight, of course, is 2020.
Yeah,
but because of course, like you were saying, he told him, "Don't touch my stuff. Don't snoop around. Don't look through my things."
And he thought it was a normal thing because he was always doing it as a little brother and everything. But then he swiftly, I guess, he realized once. I mean, he had gone to court that it was something else.
Yeah. So,
but
what do you guys think of this story? So, it was so creepy, actually.
So sad, quite sickening,
but
actually.
There's evil is out there, you know. Yeah. But this was sad. I just felt sad for all those victims.
Yeah.
So many, over 100.
I know.
Over 100.
And I think, if he had gotten out, he probably would have started killing them.
Yeah, he would have continued, right, to keep them quiet.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's how he was, because it had nothing to do with his DNA. It had everything to do with his truck.
Yeah.
My thing is, why would you park, anyway, I'm not trying to help nobody commit no crime, but why would you park your truck so close to the scene?
He didn't realize someone had seen him. Maybe he thought that, I've devastated this woman so much, she's not going to get up to look at my truck or whatever. But, it's like all of these shows that I watch, it's always these clues that are left.
Yeah.
That you find. I mean, even when I look at the Alec murder one, who would have thought the son was recording a video where it put the father at the scene of the crime after the son died. So the son died like less than 15 minutes after that father was there. So, and at first he said he wasn't there. Yeah. But then when they show the video and you hear his voice, so there's always something that
you don't even think about.
You're not going to be, you ain't going to get away with it. People
listen, you doing a crime, God going to make sure you do the time.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't run away when you're doing really evil stuff. Everybody will pay.
Yeah, I thought 300 and something years was appropriate.
I thought it was really amazing, honestly. Yeah, but I mean, that's just the volume of the crime. Exactly. 68, because usually you're thinking, well, he'll get at least 2 years.
It was 68.
Oh, and then
one state in Colorado, it was like 39 in Washington State.
My thing is, I just feel like some people just don't even deserve jail. I think some people just need to be castrated and be executed. That's what I believe. He deserves to be castrated. Because I mean, you don't need that. You honestly don't know what to do with that.
His brother is saying, well,
I still love him.
Yeah, and he doesn't talk about any of that stuff with him. I guess, I don't know, make him more comfortable. And I guess it has to be hard for him too. Like, how do you now still talk to this brother?
I'm sorry, if my sibling did that, you are dead to me.
Yeah.
You obviously are not my sibling.
Yeah,
that's not who I was born. That's not who I was raised up with. I don't know you. I'm not going to put myself in that space to actually be talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Let me not get chastisements for trying to make you feel comfortable in jail.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. But I mean, everybody got their grieving process, I guess, whatever. But
and, so he was saying that, still trying to make excuses for him. He still goes to see him. He says his brother has told him
he has good in him.
He's happy that he's in jail
because he can't do this anymore.
It prevents him from doing this anymore.
I'm sure he's twitching like a leaf because he can't do it anymore.
Say that now that you're in jail, but if you were not in jail, you still would have been doing it.
It's just like those criminals
and that's
who
what
always turn
like,
to God after they do some real effed up stuff. I want to go to heaven. I've turned to God now. Yes, God forgives, but He will make sure you pay for your crimes. Yeah. And if that means you go to hell, then that's your consequence.
The thing is, I just feel like with him, right? Now you're saying, I'm happy I'm here, right? So that I don't have to...
Oh, your phone's fine. No, it didn't. There was just dirt on the floor, so I was just cleaning it.
Oh. He's here saying, I'm happy that I'm here because I don't have to commit these crimes. But my thing is, and that's why the
you could have stopped yourself all those times.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you actually have the choice.
You actually have control over your addictions.
I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
However, you continue to do it.
Yeah.
Now you're in jail, you have no choice but not to do anything because you're locked up.
I'm locked up, they won't let me out, no.
Yeah, they're certainly not letting him out at all. You're going to die there. There's not going to be any parole for your tail. But you guys get in the comments. Tell us what you think about this gruesome
story.
story.
It's Mary.
And Amma.
We want you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment down
below. Bye.